and touching the buttons. And you're touching cameras that are exposed, metal that's exposed to -30 weather. What's your favorite project that you've done? The one that really almost broke you?
What broke me was having to build prototype cameras in a short period of time on a slider that's moving that I've never had time to test in Vancouver, never mind in -30.
-30. And what people don't have to understand is the buttons on these cameras are like this.
When you have to have gloves.
So you have to take off the gloves.
Yeah.
So you're taking off the gloves in -30 weather and touching the buttons. And you're touching cameras that are exposed, metal that's exposed to -30 weather.
And also the bolts that hold the cameras together when it gets hot and cold loosen. So sometimes the cameras are moving. You're like, oh my God, I just spent 3 hours shooting this. Should I start again? Because one of the cameras moved. So that's happened too.
And the stuff is so cold that if it even moves too fast, it would just snap.
I've had power cable snap.
And then
So
that's
the first day, so I told you that we got the funding on a Thursday. I didn't sleep 2 o'clock Thursday. Got in a plane, we caught the plane at 8. Flew, I slept for 2 hours, landed, went hit our location, shot. By 5 in the morning, heading back, I had broken power cables, so we had to stay up till noon buying, AAA soldering guns to try and solder everything together. But when you go back out there, it breaks again. So you're basically out in the middle of nowhere with soldering guns trying to solder in -30, which doesn't work very well.
But for the record, not for the record, I should say, we have to show it to them. Because I mean,
I got photos of the lens on one morning where it was crystallized.
Yeah.
The lens had crystal on it.
It's glass, imagine, because Trevor's behind the camera shooting. Trevor, these glasses and this glass is really expensive glass. You mean L lens, whatever, it doesn't matter. Imagine the fear you'd have with all that cold going on those glasses. Like those glasses just wants to crumble.
No, they're designed for that.
Really?
Yeah, they're designed for hot and cold. Yeah. So that's interesting.
That's why I stick to story producing, because
So we built, created content.
They can handle -40 no problem.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're designed for that. And then on the other end of the spectrum, +50, which was so we went.
We know that
-30 up shooting Northern Lights, +50 Grand Canyon.
What is
difference?
What is the worst they can handle?
That I don't know.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I think -30 and +50, 60.
I think we were just on the edge.
That's my point, right? We were just on the edge.
And the cool thing when we shot Northern Lights, nothing really went wrong with the gear other than broken power cables. And I know one of my last days, because we have a track that I built with a case. If that got tripped up, it actually does a reverse trigger on the whole system and shuts everything down. And you can see from a distance, because we're sitting in the car, the lights going on and off. And I remember about 3 in the morning one night, at about day 7 or 8, something had gone wrong. And I thought something froze, landed on the track. It was actually a rabbit. Cut across and hit the cable and shut everything down. So I had to reboot it, back things up a little bit, so that in post, we can just sort of go back in time and just smooth it out. Right?
Silly wabbit, buddy.
Oh, let's go.
That's a silly wabbit, buddy.